Today on the channel, we up the irons with Iron Maiden NECA Number of the Beast unboxing and review.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another music unboxing. You know I'm here for that, and today we've got the brand new NECA Iron Maiden Number of the Beast. But for all your Number of the Beast needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free. We got to get a deal out there, and I felt like I got a deal because I'd pay a fortune for this. Well, maybe not, but I'm very excited for NECA to get back into the Iron Maiden game. They've made some of those, I always call them kind of Barbie doll type things, kind of like the Willie Nelson we just unboxed on the channel. We've seen some of those from Iron Maiden, from NECA, and I'm here for that, but man, we're getting back to the action figures. We're getting back to what brought us to the Iron Maiden dance with NECA, and we've had quite a few of these different ones over the years from their album covers, things like that, and it seems like there's been quite a long break, really. Well, here we are with a return to form. We got Number of the Beast, we got Eddie, we got Iron Maiden. Man, all is right in the world once again, and of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this, I was not expecting to ship right away and be here right now, as I just saw the box at PowerCon. We saw it at San Diego Comic-Con, but not a lot of talk to me, I guess. And there's so much things to see, of course, at those kind of events. Maybe you forget some stuff, but for me, I thought this was coming out late fall, maybe coming out early next year, but nope, here we are today. It is in my hands, and man, the excitement, you can feel it. You can feel the electricity in the air, because it's always exciting to get an Iron Maiden action figure. I love action figures, as you guys know. I love music, and when those worlds combine, it is a very, very fun time. A fun day at the old table right here. And of course, this represents the Number of the Beast, Bruce Dickinson's first Iron Maiden album. Of course, Paul Di'Anno was the singer before that. For a lot of people, this is their favorite Iron Maiden album of all time, and probably their most well-known. I mean, that is up to interpretation, I guess, of what you guys think out there. But let's run through the track list. I wrote it down. I should have this memorized by now, and I pretty much do, but just in case, you never know, you might forget. But you got Children of the Damned. You've got The Prisoner. That very well could be my favorite Iron Maiden song. We got 22, Acacia Avenue. We got Invaders, probably the least favorite on the album, you guys tell me. Gangland. We got Hallowed Be Thy Name, another all-timer, always in the set list. Run to the Hills, very similar, always in the set list. And then, of course, the classic, the album title, Number of the Beast. Man, oh man, an all-timer Iron Maiden album. And, of course, Iron Maiden playing Power Trip here in a few weeks. If you're in California, man, you better go see that. Judas Priest also playing, AC/DC, Metallica. I think Tool's playing there, not a Tool guy, but they're all out there. But there is a lot of heavy rumors that this fall and winter, Iron Maiden is going to tour the United States. And man, oh man, sign me up, because what I really want to do is, my daughter Elle, she's been to Iron Maiden. She was inside my wife when she saw Iron Maiden for the first time, I think. But then she saw Iron Maiden when she was like 5 years old. Got a little sleepy at the end. May have fallen asleep during Iron Maiden. I'm not going to say either way. But I would love to take my girls, now that Emma is 8 years old and Elle is 12 years old, I would love to take them to Iron Maiden. So I'm hoping this fall they go on tour. That's the rumor. And I'm going to take both of them. They need to see the excitement of Iron Maiden. And even if you're not an Iron Maiden fan, you're going to love that tour. There's pyro. There's all kinds of blow-up things. It's planes. It's amazing. It's an amazing show. Cannot wait to see it. Hopefully it comes somewhere in the Midwest, somewhere close. And I'll be there with bells on. Maybe 2 bells. We'll see what happens there. But very, very excited for some Iron Maiden. And I go back to Iron Maiden. I probably wasn't a fan of Iron Maiden until maybe 8th or 9th grade. Now in 5th grade, Ozzy Osbourne, Faith No More, those were the hits I was playing. And Paul McCartney too. Don't forget Paul McCartney, a big popular one there as well. Yeah, I was all in on that kind of stuff. I didn't quite understand Iron Maiden. And it's funny is I succumbed to the same issue a lot of people have with Iron Maiden. And this is Soapbox Story Time with Kyle is what this is right here before we dive into this. So you might want to fast forward. You might want to. Who knows? But Iron Maiden, there was kids at school, they were older than me, you know, in 8th grade and stuff like that, and you'd see these kids and they're wearing these scary kind of artwork, because the Iron Maiden artwork, a little scary, especially to a little kid. You're looking at that, you're like, what is this going on here? I don't know. And to me, I thought it was like Cannibal Corpse or something like that. And I don't even know if Cannibal Corpse was a thing back then, but play along. But it's like, whoa, what is this crazy artwork? This is probably not music for me. This is probably something I wouldn't be interested in. Well then, hold the phone, many years later, I hear Iron Maiden for the first time, and I was like, man, their songs go with the artwork, but don't really go with the artwork at all. This isn't some kind of like crazy extreme metal band. This is more classic rock than everything. And of course, it's the new wave of British heavy metal, the best kind of heavy metal, maybe. But definitely interesting. And then I, of course, fell in love with Maiden, listened to the whole catalog front to back, seen him in concert, I don't know, 10 or 12 times, something like that over the years. Just an all-time favorite band. And man, if you don't know Iron Maiden, check them out. There's so many great albums. Absolutely love Iron Maiden. So enough of this jibber jabber out of me. Let's take a look at the figure here. Very cool Number of the Beast packaging art right there. That's the cover of the album. There it is. You got Eddie. He's puppeteering the devil. There he is, pulling the strings. Got Number of the Beast right there. Here's old Eddie looking good, looking nice. Got his Converse on, or those Adidas's. I think they're Adidas Converses. Who knows? It's a mishmash probably, but definitely looking good there. You got it on the other side. He's holding flames on one side, holding the devil's head on the other side. I believe that's the single artwork, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look that up after this video. And then on the back, little glamour shot of the action figure. We got a little bit of blurb. We got more Number of the Beast. Let's see what it says on the back of the package. Oh, it says right here, recreate both the classic single and the album cover. So there you go. I know my stuff. Eddie, Iron Maiden's legendary mascot, has always adorned their albums and single covers. This version of Eddie is based on the album cover art for The Number of the Beast, released March 22nd, 1982. Man, oh man, I was a very, very, very small kid at that point. I don't even know if I knew how to, I definitely didn't know how to walk, that's for sure. I don't think I knew how to do anything, really. And I probably should show the inside, too. I'm just so excited to get into this figure here, but there it is. There's old Eddie, there's the old artwork, very much NECA-like. We've seen it before. We'll see it again, and this is the 40th anniversary figure set right here. Just absolute and all-timer. I'm saving the packaging on this one, so a gentle see you later off to the side right there. And oh my gosh, we got twist ties everywhere. There he is in the plastic prison. I'm going to free him from this plastic prison, and we'll be back talking all things Eddie, Number of the Beast. All right, we got Eddie out of the package, and let's dive it in. Let's hit up the accessories first, I guess. That's what we usually do. But we got, of course, the pitchfork. You can't be a devil without a pitchfork poking people. A little red pitchfork here, a little black highlights to it. A little flimsy, though, so be careful. This one of those things could snap off if you're not careful, but definitely a pitchfork. You got to have that going there. Got a little flame effect piece here for Eddie. You put that in his hand. I do like that it has little indents in there, and you can move it in between his fingers is what that's supposed to do. But you do get a little bit of flame effect there. I'm here for that. Then you get two different bases. So you get a little peg stands, I guess little stands here. Everybody knows I love a good stand, but you got all kinds of flames going on. You got two peg stands here. You got one peg stand right here. You got a little lava floating through there. You got kind of the charred remains. And you got a little version of, it kind of looks like Eddie right there, hanging out in front of the flames there as well. So you got that going on. Definitely very cool. Gotta love a good stand. Always love it when figures come with a stand. You guys know that. Now diving into some of the other stuff here, we do get the devil. Of course, that being his pitchfork. Is there articulation on the little devil here? There is not. And he does have an interesting bend to him. He's kind of bent down, and Eddie's kind of the same way as well, which could be a little problematic if you're displaying this. You almost have to display it high so you can kind of look at it, because if he's down low, you're just kind of looking at the top of their backs, kind of is what's going to be going on there. But definitely an interesting one, very devil-like. I don't know if that's supposed to be a mustache. I don't know what exactly. I think it's a mustache on the face, but definitely devil-like there. You got the claws going on. You got one fist. You got one open palm, upside down hand. Very devil-like. You got the devil tail on it. You got two wings, but no real articulation, except the wings are articulated. So you get the back and forth, side to side. So you can put a little articulation, a little movement into the wings, get them posed up exactly how you want to. But definitely an interesting one. Definitely strange. I mean, it is from the album artwork, so that makes sense, but I don't know. I guess there's two ways of going. You do it this way, it's more statue-like, or do you put articulation in this and kind of have this articulated and you can really build out different images with this set? I don't know. I guess they played it safe and went to the album cover version right there. And then we do get an extra head, of course, Eddie holding this on that Number of the Beast single. He's holding this. You got the head right in there. You got a little blood dripping down. You got a little tongue hanging out. Definitely a sight of, oh my gosh, I got my head decapitated. I think that's what's going on with those eyes right there. But once again, it is the devil, a little bit bigger. Definitely cool. And hardcore Iron Maiden fans, you need 3 of these. 1 on card or in box. 1 out of the box like the Number of the Beast album. And then 1 like the single cover. So you can really get 3 different uses out of this one. No doubt about it. No doubt about it here. And then you get Eddie. Of course, Eddie, the theme of the Iron Maiden, the mascot of Iron Maiden, still to this day. He's had many an incarnation, and NECA and McFarlane. McFarlane, I think, made one, at least one. But NECA's made many, many over the years. We've had a lot of great NECA Iron Maiden figures. Wouldn't be offended if they updated those and re-released them. I'm sure there's a lot of Iron Maiden fans that would love to have those figures from back in the day. And that's the thing. I've seen that over the years many a times. A lot of different horror movie properties and heavy metal properties to get figures from the McFarlanes, NECAs of the world. Man, those things are good investments. And we don't talk a lot about investing in toys here because it's supposed to be fun. If you're really looking at investments, put it in your 401k, put it in something like that. But definitely a good investment, as a lot of that stuff sells for a heck of a lot more than when it originally came out. There is no doubt about it, and those Iron Maiden figures included. Now you get Eddie here. You do get articulation at the waist. You get a single jointed elbow on both, hands back and forth. A little bit of movement in the head right there. No knee articulation. A little bit of movement in the ankles. The lower waist as well, and the upper waist. So you get double waist articulation. And that's really it. Like, it does feel a little bit more statue-like than action figure-like to me, which isn't a bad thing all the time. But he does got that kind of hunched-over Eddie look, but you're trying to recreate that album cover. You see you need that. But part of me wishes he had more articulation and you could do other things with it. I don't know. Like I said earlier, it can really kind of go both ways. He does got his shoes on. I want to say they're Converses, but they also look like Adidas's, so somewhere in the mix there. I guess they look more Adidas to me here, but definitely black and white. Always good, looking good there. You got old jeans going on. You got his shirt. You got black and yellow shirt going there. And of course, you got the Eddie kind of zombie skin, we'll call it. Zombie skin. You got the familiar Eddie face. Got that white hair, that Snow White hair there, looking really, really good. I did talk about that flame effect. You can just plug that right into his fingers here, and he can be holding that like so. Very easily holds that. So you really can mix and match, do whatever you want. You can be holding this head. I think the right hand held it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But you can have him holding that head there if you want to. Very, very cool. Then you got to kind of decide how to pose this here. And going off memory, I would assume, I guess I'll put the devil in first. Oh, the devil, you know, it's in the details. That's what I've been told. I've been told that over the years. Get the devil in here. Can he stick in? Can he stick it? There it is, kind of. But boy, he is so perched over, so hunched over. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit. Obviously, for the glamour shots, we'll get it really nice. This does slide into his hand. He's got a hole in his hand for this. Looking really good. And then I guess this peg stand probably is for Eddie here. You stick him off to the side just a little bit. Have him over here, and he's pulling the strings. He's pulling the strings on the devil here, so you got Eddie, and then you got the devil, then you got the little guy down here. So it's kind of the natural progression. Who's really pulling the strings on life? Who's doing their thing? Who truly is the Number of the Beast? Oh, I don't know. But definitely an interesting one here. Obviously, I'm biased. I love Iron Maiden. Give me all the Iron Maiden figures. But in all the McFarlane Iron Maiden figures that have came out, I don't know if this is my favorite one. I don't know. I like Peace of Mind is a really good one if you've ever seen the Peace of Mind one. Live After Death is great, and that's one of those ones where I wish they would have done something like this. Now, Live After Death, if you're familiar, possibly the greatest live album of all time. You know, check that one out. That's a good place to start if you're looking into Iron Maiden. But it is Eddie rising out of the grave is what's going on there. But they did give him legs, so you could build out the scene a little bit more if you wanted to. Would have liked to see that with this Eddie as well. Give us a little bit of an arch and ab crunch. Let's be able to stand him straight up if you want to. Get him in a different pose, something like that. Would have really enjoyed that here. But for what this is, for what it's supposed to represent, it's got to have this first and foremost. This is literally the Number of the Beast album cover in action figure form. So you got to have it like that. Would just love a little bit more of Choose My Own Adventure. At least I would. But what say you guys and gals out there? How do you feel about the Iron Maiden action figures? Is this a pickup for you? Is it a pass? Is is it a long game? You let me know in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video. We got videos every single day. Subscribe to this very YouTube channel. We got all kinds of stuff going on, like I said, and we got even more going on over there in the old Patreon channel, including early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. It's all going on over there in the old Patreon channel, and it truly is the best way to support this channel and all the content it brings. You can also support channel at PressingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media on the X, SirPaul64, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the number of the beast and all that brings, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.